The New England Patriots just went 4-13 for 2 consecutive seasons. Their offense ranked dead last in almost every category. They haven't won a playoff game since Tom Brady left. And yet, I'm about to tell you why the entire NFL should be absolutely terrified of what's coming in 2025. Because while everyone's busy laughing at the Patriots' collapse, they've quietly assembled all the pieces for the league's next dynasty. I've spent the last month breaking down the team from Drake May's rookie season, analyzing the Patriots' offseason moves, and comparing their rebuild to other successful franchise turnarounds. What I found will shock you. Not only are the Patriots positioned to make a massive leap in 2025, but they might just have the most underrated young core in the entire NFL. The Empire is about to strike back, and nobody's ready for it. Before we start, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive in. Let's start with the obvious. The Bill Belichick era is over. After 24 seasons, 6 Super Bowls, and 333 wins, the greatest coach in NFL history is gone, replaced by his former linebacker and defensive coordinator, Jerod Mayo. Mayo lasted 1 season before being let go at the end of the season. Soon after, Mike Vrabel was hired as the head coach after leading the Tennessee Titans to the playoffs 3 times, including an AFC Championship game in 2019. The post-Brady years under Belichick were a disaster. From 2020 to 2024, the Patriots went 29-38 with 1 playoff appearance, a 47-17 blowout loss to Buffalo. The offense became increasingly dysfunctional, cycling through failed quarterbacks, aging players, and inexperienced coordinators. The defense was still solid for the first 2 years, post-Brady from 2020 to 2022, ranking in the mid to top tier in the league. From 2022 to 2024, there was a big dip on the defensive side, ranking them in the bottom half of the league. Aging expensive players and injuries derailed this unit for the past 2 years. But the real story is the development of quarterback Drake May. When the Patriots selected May with the 3rd overall pick in the 2024 draft, the plan was to bring him along slowly behind veteran Jacoby Brissett. That plan lasted exactly 6 weeks. After a 1-4 start with Brissett under center, the decision was made to hand the keys to the rookie quarterback. What followed wasn't always pretty, but it was exactly what the Patriots needed. May threw for 2,276 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, while adding 421 rushing yards and 2 scores on the ground, showcasing the athleticism that made him such an intriguing prospect. These are solid numbers for a rookie quarterback, but doesn't tell the full story. May was playing behind a porous offensive line that allowed 52 sacks, throwing to a receiving core that lacked a true number 1 option, or any option for that matter, and operating in an offense that was clearly designed on the fly after the quarterback change. Despite these challenges, May showed flashes of brilliance that have Patriots fans legitimately excited for the first time since Brady left. The Patriots believe they've hit on May, and their offseason moves reflect that belief. They've surrounded their young quarterback with more talent than he had as a rookie, starting with the offensive line. They signed center Garrett Bradbury to a 2-year, $12 million deal and slated to center with David Andrews' retirement. They also signed right tackle Morgan Moses on a 3-year, $24 million deal. He is an excellent pass protector and solid run blocker. They used their 1st-round pick on LSU offensive tackle Will Campbell, which is a huge upgrade from last season. These moves address what was clearly the biggest weakness on the team last year. May was under constant pressure as a rookie, which led to both turnovers and hesitancy. With better protection, we should see a more confident, decisive quarterback in year 2. The weapons have been upgraded as well. The Patriots signed former Texans receiver Stephon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million contract, giving May a legitimate number 1 option despite his ACL injury in Week 8 of last season and being 31 years old. Diggs was the number 1 option that Josh Allen and C.J. Stroud relied on. The same will happen with May. To infuse youth into their playmakers group, In the draft, they used their second and third round picks on Ohio State, running back Trevion Henderson, and Washington State receiver Kyle Williams. Trevion Henderson is a special talent both as a runner and pass catcher out of the backfield. Ramondre Stevenson will be the early down back and could play the David Montgomery-type role to keep Henderson fresh. Undrafted receiver Efton Chisholm's ability to get open quickly, work the zones underneath, makes him a perfect slot receiver in McDaniel's offense, much like Julian Edelman and Wes Welker. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper form a solid tight end duo. They both are solid route runners and pass catchers. They will not remind the fans of the glory days of the Aaron Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski duo, but they will be solid. But the biggest offensive upgrade might be on the sideline. Mike Vrabel brings stability and experience from his coaching time with the Tennessee Titans. He is probably the only coach from the Belichick tree that has a winning record in the league. The Patriots also hired, or should say rehired, offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels back to run the offense that ranked bottom half of the league in the last 2 seasons. McDaniels will instill a more zone-based running scheme, emphasizing speed and space and adaptable passing attack that maximizes May's dual threat capabilities. This new offensive approach will be more effective and better suited for the Patriots' current roster. Under new head coach Vrabel, the Patriots' defensive will be dominant. The defensive line is versatile and will create havoc to the opposing offensive line, anchored by game changers Milton Williams and a healthy Christian Barmore. Other players include Kyrus Tonga, Joshua Farmer, and rising edge rusher Keon White, with veteran pass rusher Harold Landry will add depth and boost the pass rush. Also, players like Milton Williams and Keon White can move along the line to create pressure and confusion for opposing linemen. The linebacker core is expected to bring increased speed and sideline-to-sideline range compared to recent Patriots defenses, moving away from the slower, traditional Bill Belichick style toward a more athletic and aggressive approach under Mike Vrabel and coordinator Terrell Williams. The linebacker group features Robert Spillane as an emerging top player and Christian Ellis, who is poised to move up the depth chart due to injuries in camp. The secondary, long a strength under Belichick, looks to continue on the tradition in 2025. Budding star Christian Gonzalez, the team's 2023 first-round pick, is expected to emerge as a top young corner in the AFC if he stays healthy. He is seen to be a foundation piece and expected significant growth this year, even make the Pro Bowl. He'll pair with veteran Carlton Davis to form a solid cornerback tandem. Safety, Kyle Duggar, who signed a 4-year, $58 million extension last offseason, will be the cornerstone of the Patriots secondary. What's most impressive about this defense is how young it still is. Barmore is 26, Gonzalez is 23, Keon White, last year's second-round pick who flashed as a rookie with 4 sacks, is 26. This is a unit that should grow together over the next several years, potentially forming the backbone of the next great Patriots team. The front office deserves credit for this rapid retooling. Elliott Wolf, who took over personnel decisions after Belichick's departure, has brought a more collaborative, modern approach to roster building. The Patriots' 2025 draft class, headlined by Campbell and Henderson, addressed specific needs rather than trying to outsmart the room, a criticism often leveled at late-era Belichick. Wolf has also been more aggressive in free agency than his predecessor, targeting specific players who fit what Vrabel and coaching staff want to do rather than hunting for bargains. The signings of Diggs, Bradbury, and Moses were not splashy by NFL standards, but they addressed clear weaknesses with proven veterans who can both produce and mentor younger players. The salary cap situation, which was a mess after years of pushing money into the future during the Brady era, has finally been cleaned up. The Patriots enter 2025 with over $60 million in cap space, giving them flexibility to extend their own young stars and potentially add more pieces during the season if they're in contention. This combination of young talent, veteran leadership, coaching innovation, and financial flexibility is the formula for a rapid turnaround in today's NFL. But there's another factor working in New England's favor that isn't getting enough attention: the state of the AFC East. The Bills, who have dominated the division since Brady's departure, are showing signs of decline. Josh Allen remains elite, but the supporting cast has been depleted by salary cap constraints. Stephon Diggs is long gone and now with the Patriots. Von Miller is with the Washington Commanders. The defense that usually ranks in top 5 in the league finished 17th last season. Buffalo's window isn't closed, but it's certainly narrowing. The Jets, who were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, have moved on from both and attempting to restart with Justin Fields as their starting quarterback. Knowing the Jets' luck, this will probably not end well. The Dolphins remain the most explosive offense in the division when healthy, but that's the key phrase, when healthy. Tua Tagovailoa's concussion history remains a concern. Tyreek Hill is still explosive, but age, injuries, and legal problems are catching up to him. They lost a lot of key pieces on both the offensive and the defense side. Suddenly, the Patriots' path back to relevance doesn't look so daunting. If May takes the expected second-year leap, if the offensive line improvements translate to better protection, if the defense remains solid under V-Ray Bull's guidance, that's a team that could push for 9 or 10 wins in a division that no longer has a clear alpha. So what should we expect from the Patriots in 2025? Let's get specific with some predictions. May should improve significantly on his rookie numbers, pushing for 3,800 plus yards and 25 to 28 touchdowns with fewer interceptions. His completion percentage should climb above 65%, and his rushing ability will remain a valuable weapon, especially in the red zone. Diggs should provide the reliable target that was missing last season, with something like 95 catches for 1,100 yards and 8 to 9 touchdowns. Henderson will add the explosive element, both in the run and pass game. Expect something like 1,000 rushing yards and 700 pass receiving yards out of the backfield with 12 total touchdowns. Henry and Cooper will have between them 70 total catches, 900 receiving yards, and 8 to 10 touchdowns. Defensively, under Coach Vrabel's watch, this unit will rank as top 10 in the league. Barmore should continue his ascension toward Pro Bowl status. Gonzalez, if he stays healthy, could emerge as one of the better young corners in the AFC. With combination of veteran players to provide stability and leadership to young players that hungry and continuing to improve their game, this group will be elite not only for this year, but for future years. In terms of record, 9-8 feels like a realistic projection, with the potential for 10-7 if things break right. That might not be enough to win the division in year one of this new era, but it would put them firmly in the wild card mix and set the stage for even bigger things in 2026 and beyond. What makes the Patriots particularly intriguing is their playoff profile if they can get there. They have the blueprint to make a playoff run and maybe even the Super Bowl. Teams built on defense, running the ball, and efficient quarterback play tend to be dangerous in January. If New England can secure a wild card spot, they have the makeup of a team that could pull an upset or two. The biggest obstacle isn't talent or coaching, it's patience. Rebuilds take time, even accelerated ones. There will be growing pains with May. The offensive line, despite the additions, needs time to gel. The defense needs to learn a new defensive scheme that Vrabel wants to implement, but the trajectory is undeniable. This is a team on the rise, with the most important piece, the quarterback, already in place. If May is who they think he is, everything else becomes easier. The free agents become more interested. The draft picks develop faster. The culture builds itself. So why is no one talking about them? Part of it is fatigue. After 2 decades of Patriots dominance, the football world is enjoying their absence from the spotlight. Part of it is recency bias. Their 4-13 record last season overshadows the progress made beneath the surface. And part of it is skepticism about life after Belichick, which is understandable given his unprecedented success. But smart NFL observers know better than to sleep on an organization with New England's resources and track record. They've hit rock bottom and are now bouncing back with purpose. The post-Brady wilderness years are ending. The post-Belichick era is beginning with more promise than anyone expected. The league is sleeping on the New England Patriots, but they're about to get a loud wake-up call. This isn't just a team on the rise, it's a franchise returning to its rightful place among the NFL's elite. The question isn't if they'll be good again, but just how soon they'll be great. And if you're still doubting them, just remember, the last time the Patriots were this overlooked, they launched a dynasty that changed football forever. History has a funny way of repeating itself in Foxborough. What do you think? Are the Patriots legitimate contenders sooner than expected? Or am I drinking too much of the Patriot Blue Kool-Aid? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.